Hello learners, this is Excel with Habeeba. I have started the topic Sociological Foundations of Education. Under that we have done the meaning, nature, characteristics of education and sociology and also educational sociology. Now the second topic under this Sociological Foundations of Education is education and the community with special reference to Indian society. Before understanding about the main topic, let's revise once again what we have understood about educational sociology. Professor W.B. Brooker gave 6 basic concepts of educational sociology, that they are: number 1, to analyze the social interaction between school and community; second, to train the educational workers; third, social principles area applied to education; then fourth, it is the base to form educational aims; it analyzes sociological process; then lastly, it is a tool and progress of society. So education is indispensable to individual and society, for without there would be loss for all the accumulated knowledge of the ages and all the standards of conduct. An individual must learn the culture of the society or the accepted ways of doing things. He must be socialized into the prevailing culture and must learn the rules of conduct and expectations about future behavior. So, education provides a conscious teaching program that helps to inculcate values, norms and social skills that will enable the individual to develop his or her personality and sustain the social system. So, the meaning of education differs from place to place and from time to time. So, let's get into the topic here, relation of education with society, that is very deep and dependent on each other, obviously. Now, International Commission on the Development of Education in the year 1972 says, in our view, there is a close correlation between changes in socio-economic environment and the structures and forms of action of education, which we believe makes a functional contribution to historical movement. Moreover, it seems to us that through the knowledge it provides us, the environment in which it operates education may help society to become aware of its problems. Obviously, people should get aware. How they will be aware? They get awareness through educational programs. So, education is the socialization of the younger generation, as Durkheim also has stated. Educational sociology is the application of scientific spirit, methods and principles of sociology to the study of education. So, now let us see the social functions of education. Education as social institution plays a vital role in our society. Obviously, everybody knows the function of education is multi-dimensional. So, within the school system and also outside it, it performs the function of socializing the individual for a variety of social roles and development of personality. So, under that first point, first function of this social process of education, that is socialization. Obviously, the most important function of education is socialization. The people have no knowledge about the culture of their society. They must learn them and they must learn the way which their society is functioning. Obviously, how our society is functioning, how we will come to know? Through socialization process. When we will go to schools, then we will use to understand what is culture actually. Though people learn a great deal from their parents or in any other groups, among groups of friends, they learn more of the culture of their society through educational system. Through education, the child is able to develop reasoning in social relations, cultivate social virtues and thus become socially efficient in the society. So, when we speak about school efficiency, socialization of individual education may be only part of the process of socialization, but it is a very important part. Now, secondly, development of personality. Education plays an important role in the development of personality. The objective, as said by Durkheim, is to awaken and develop in the child those physical, intellectual and moral states which are required of him both by his society as a whole and by the mule for which he is specially designed. So, education helps the development of the qualities of an individual such as physical, mental and emotional makeup as well as his temperament and character. So, the self, the core of personality develops out of the child's interaction with others. Subsequently, the habits, traits, attitudes and ideals of an individual is patterned by the process of education. A learner's personality is encouraged to form his own attitudes and values by studying outstanding people in history and literature. So, the third one is social control. Education plays a vital role in regulating individual behaviors through transmitting a way of life and communicating ideas and values to the new generation. So, education is a broad sense actually, from infancy to childhood, a vital means of social control we can say. From education in modern societies, communicate ideas and values which play a part in regulating our behavior. The new generations are instructed to observe the social norms, the violation of which may invite punishment under judiciary. So, then fourth one is social integration. That means education by imparting values also integrates people into the broader society. The curriculum of the school, its extracurricular activities and the informal relationship among student and teachers communicate certain values and social skills such as cooperation, team spirit, obedience, fair pay, etc. The fifth one is determination of status. That is, an individual is an important function of education. As we all know, amount of education is a good indicator of socio-economic status. From lower working class to upper class, education leads to economic opportunity. It is through education young people secure higher status jobs than their parents. With higher incomes, they come to associate with the persons of higher status, and thus education provides a channel to better socio-economic status. The next one, the sixth one is provides route for social mobility. That means educational qualifications increasingly form the basis for the allocation of individuals to social status and social mobility. Social status is important and also mobility. For their job and all, they move from one place to another. That social mobility is also important. There has been steady move from one status to other due to educational attainment. The educational system is expected to provide opportunity for social and economic mobility by selecting and training in lower ones. The next one, lastly, social development, that is skills and values learned in education are directly related to the way to which the economy and the occupational structure operate. So, education trains the individual in skills that are required by the economy. In modern planned economy, the output of skilled people must be consciously geared to the economic and social parties of the society. That explains the vital role of education in social development. So, these are all the social functions of education. Now, let us move on to education and the community. Again, two words. Education, we know that to lead out or bring forth whatever knowledge is there, enhancing the knowledge with new knowledge and bringing the knowledge inside or the ideas outside. Then combining that community, and munis. Two words are together, that is community, that is com means togetherness and munis means to serve, that is to serve together. Now let's see the relationship of education and community. The term community has been derived already, we have understood from com and munis, that is to serve together. Now we need to understand the main characteristics of a community. Let's see them. Number one, a population aggregate. That means a community has a population aggregate overall. Then it has a definite location on land. Obviously, some community is there of maybe they have a definite land. Then third one, it should have a kind of historical heritage, past history. Then in a community there must be some service institutions like panchayats, schools, cooperatives and shops, etc. So these institutions help people in maintaining themselves. People in a community work in a cooperative manner. This cooperation helps people to make progress and to have security in life. The next characteristics is spirit of unity. In a community there is the spirit of unity. By this spirit people are bound together by fellow feeling. Lastly, in a community, people share a common mode of life, implies a common way of using leisure time and community resources, that is share a common mode of life. Now let's see the two definitions about education and community here. Education is the socialization of the younger generation, as we already discussed. Socialization is a very important process here to make child aware of different cultures, values and customs. Then a community may be thought, that education definition given by Emily Durkheim. Then the next one, a community may be thought of as a total organization of social life within a limited area, that is given by Organ and Nimkoff. Now let's see community as an agency of education. Community educates its members for its maintenance and progress. Obviously, it plans its progress and development by providing purposeful and effective education to the children. It is quite obvious that school and community influence each other and there is constant interaction going on between two institutions. Community as an important informal and active agency of education influences children in the these ways. Let's see the ways here how they are influenced. Number one, impact on socialization. That is, community socializes its members often directly and occasionally in an indirect manner. For this purpose, it organizes different fairs, festivals and other religious ceremonies. From these institutions, children learn the social customs, traditions and beliefs in a natural way, obviously. They also develop the virtues like cooperation, sympathy, social service, sacrifice, social adjustment and tolerance. They learn the importance of rights and duties also. So this is the impact on socialization. The next one, impact on cultural development. Culture may be defined as the common way of life led by the people of a particular community. Hence, each community has its own community. Their knowledge of culture can be tested from their language, pronunciation and behavior. Like Bengalis, they have different accent, different language, different culture, and when compared to the south, totally different. Like that, impact will be there on cultural development. The third one, impact on democratic values. In order to inculcate democratic values in the minds of the students, the community organizes meetings and conferences in which great political leaders participate. Thus, children gain knowledge about political activities going on in the country and also learn the values of democracy in life. The fourth one, impact on the development of health. Children learn about health values both at home and also in the school. community environment contributes a lot towards the health and physical development of children. So, community establishes hospitals by the help of the local bodies to keep children healthy and free from diseases. It also builds parks, gardens and playgrounds for the physical development of the children. So, thus the community contributes a lot for the protection and health of the children, we can say. The next one, impact in mental growth. That means to help children in their mental growth, some communities organize libraries, reading rooms, symposia, exhibitions, conferences, literacy and artistic activities, etc. The next one, impact on vocational development, which is very, very important for the future citizens, that is children. Community works as the first school of vocational development. Community works as the first school, and then people of a particular community are engaged in varieties of vocations. Children imitate these activities and choose any of these for their future life. If they like a police job, then they will go into that occupation. Engineer, doctor, n number of fields are there. Whichever they feel like, they can opt for it. They also develop efficiency in such vocations. The next one is impact of different agencies of the community. Obviously, some agencies which will influence the children. In each community, there are different agencies which influence the life and activities of the children. These include cinema, television, radio, zoo, museum, libraries, newspapers and magazines, etc. And number of things are there. So, from these agencies, children receive education in different branches. The last one, that is impact on moral development. Childhood is known as the period of imitation. Children, when they are young, they imitate their parents, and then when they go to the schools, they try to imitate their teachers and fellow friends and all. If the environment of the community is bad, children will imitate bad habits. If it is good, then children will develop good habits. A good and wholesome environment of a community will help children in their normal upliftment. So, these are all the ways we can say community as an agency of education. So, the next one we have to understand about educational functions of community here. Community is an agency of education which provides first-hand learning experiences of different kinds. The community with its various resources can enrich and supplement learning. A community performs some specific functions as an agency of education. Let's see what are they. Number one, provision of all types of education. That is, it should be the responsibility of the community to arrange primary, secondary and university education by opening schools and colleges, so that there may be facilities for everybody to get education according to his tastes and abilities. Then the second one is provision of universal education. That is, community should make arrangements to provide free, compulsory and universal education to all children belonging to the age group of 6 to 14. Thus, illiteracy and ignorance can be eradicated from the community. The third one is provision for equal opportunities for all. That is, it is the sole responsibility of the community to provide equal opportunity for all in the field of education. No discrimination should be made and no restriction should be imposed by the community on the basis of caste, creed, color, sex or religion. The next is provision of vocational and industrial education. That is, to help the members of community to get future employment, the community should make provision for vocational and technical education. Then provision for adult education to enable the dropouts to receive education, and to eradicate illiteracy, community should make provision for adult education. Then next one, school, community and relationship. It is obvious that school and community influence each other, and there is a constant interaction going on between these two institutions. Every community has a school in order to teach the new generation things that are desirable socially, economically, and culturally. It determines the aims of education, approves and guides the educational process followed in schools, makes provision for educational finance, constructs suitable curriculum, makes provision for educational research, etc. Now, interaction between school and community, let's see here. That is the community opens and maintains schools. Obviously, the community has a certain philosophy or objective of life. Community requires various categories of workers, for example, doctors, engineers, lawyers, scientists, etc. Community provides the traditional culture also. Now, the school fulfills the educational needs of the community. The school translates the philosophy of the community into practice by educating the children accordingly. The school prepares the children for taking up various jobs and service by the community. Then lastly, the school balances, purifies and simplifies the complex activities of the traditional community. It also enriches its traditional culture. Now, school and community relationship, let's understand there is a close relationship between the school and community that is all more necessary because all societies cannot provide equal facilities for the development of children. That means the means of every society is different according to circumstances. Since the school community relationship, as already stated, that is two-way. That is two-way traffic, we can call it. Its first phase is to bring the community to the school. In other words, community should be closely associated with the school program. Parents should be acquainted with the ways in which children grow, the objectives of the school and the means being used to achieve them. So, there are many ways of bringing the community to the school. The relevant practice in some of the schools so far has been the school and community consist largely of inviting parents and other members of the community to hear official reports, witness attractive, eye-catching or see well-staged athletic events and certain display activities also. So, adequate relationship must be developed through various methods. Now, what are those methods? Number one, Parent Teachers Association, PTM we call it as, the chief instrument of bringing the school and community on the same rostrum in the formation of Parent Teacher Association. The second one is informal visit by the parents, that is apart from planned situations as mentioned just now, encourage and welcome the parents as informal visitors to the school so that they may observe their children in a variety of situations. For example, annual function or any exhibition, parents should be invited there so that the display of their children's activities can be seen. Then the third one is parents group meeting, that is these are grade level meeting, teachers and parents of class or grade of children. A grade level meeting is most effective as the teachers in charge of a class have all available knowledge about the emotional, social, moral and intellectual climates in which an individual child lives. Lastly, interacting interacting children with the community, that is in planning a life-centric curriculum, it is presumed that school community link is being maintained. That is, every community has a large number of resource persons. We have particular information concerning specific field. So, these resource speakers must be invited to the classroom or auditorium to present coordinated ideas about their own field, which will be definitely superior to the descriptions. in the books or the instructions. So maybe doctors or police persons or soldiers or any artists, music, any member who has the superior skills, they should be invited so that the children get inspiration from them. So the next one, besides the school serve community in various ways. Let's see what are the various ways. First one is organizing social service programs, that is social service activities we can call it as, are very vast and may be grouped under the following heads. Let's see what are they. First, physical activities, that is the students may be asked to clean the lines and homes of the locality, to construct open air theatre, to dry up marshy lands, etc. These activities have immense educational and social values. The second one, cultural activities, that is the school should organize seasonal, national and cultural festivals and invite parents to attend these. The elders and experienced persons of the locality may be asked to address the audience. Nextly, campaign against social evils, that is very important. That is periodical campaigns by the school may be organized and the evils of drinking, gambling and borrowing should be pointed out here. Then literacy campaign, that is night classes or leisure time classes for the adults may be started and conducted by the elder students of the school and teachers also. Then miscellaneous activities, that means social service by the students may be rendered during fairs, floods, epidemics, etc. Local surveys may take the form of projects like the extent of literacy in the locality, cleanliness, living conditions in the homes and the like. The school may serve as a cleaning house also. So the next one is, the second point is utilizing school building. That is, if the above mentioned programs are organized in the school premises, it is very much desirable. Besides, at place where there is no public library, the school should consider the possibility of throwing the school library open to the public after school hours. The third one, labor and social service camps. That is, every encouragement should be given to each school to develop its own program of social service. Labor and social service camps will run through the year except during the monsoon season when outdoor work will not be possible. And that they should be organized in each way. A special organization may be set up in each district under the direct control of the district educational officer. Now the fourth way is principles of organizing programs for serving the community. Let's see what are the principles quickly. The work of planning and organization of these programs should be undertaken very carefully before handed over to the teachers and students in collaboration. What are they? Number one, program should be varied, so varied that they give scope for many students to participate in them. Secondly, they should be cooperative, that is, cooperative aspect of the work should constantly be emphasized. Then the third one, the quality of the work done by the students should be improved gradually. Then lastly, the students must be made to feel that year after year they are not merely carrying out a routine activity, but they are doing something which are really useful to the community. Now lastly, education as the community with special reference to Indian society. There are various forces in a society which act like social subsystem. We understood in the previous class, these subsystems are related with education. So education and the community with special reference to Indian society, that education helps to provide the direction, right direction, that is correct direction is important, right direction. The children should not go in a wrong direction. And again, it helps to provide solution for cultural conflicts. Obviously, if they know the culture of each and every community, there won't be any conflicts between them. Then it helps to make policies and provides directions to implement various policies also according to the community. Then culture is transmitted from one generation to another through the system of education in our country. We have a diversified cultures here. Unity in diversity, we say. Then it provides strength to the economy of a country, obviously, through education, higher education, status of education. Our country's economy will go in hikes. Then it helps to make policies and provides directions to implement various policies. So this is all about the second topic, that is education and the community, with special reference to Indian society. If you like the class, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. I'll come up with the next topic in the next class. Until then, happy learning.